Hey, good morning. I'm back. You know, I haven't skated in a week. Before I started filming just now, I did run some reps. Like dropping in, I think dropping in at this point is just dialed in. It's part of my very DNA. Anyway, I'm still working on my coping fear and getting over it, right? And today's word is demolition. That's right, coping fear, demolition. What does that mean? Touching the coping as much as possible, riding over the coping, grinding on that coping, talking to it, you know, having a conversation. Because I mean, the coping is not really our enemy, is it? We want to befriend the coping. Let's start with some coping exercises, shall we? Let me move this camera around. I want to give you some really sweet new angles that you might not have seen to give this place a whole new look. So if you too are dealing with coping fear, I'm gonna show you some suggestions on how to get over it. Let me show you. Ooh, see how quick that was? You know what? Let's not even give you the same angle twice. Let me move this. I gotta get creative. I don't want you to get bored. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna ride out right behind me here. This. That right there is 6 feet. So the small bowl is 4, this one's 6. Just, I don't have a 5 around this place. Oops. Oh man, I really like that angle. That's nice. I like it when the camera's a little bit higher, pointing down. Kind of gives you a good perspective of this bowl. Oh. Let me drop in right here on this 6 foot to ride out on that 4 for you, and then I'll come back and I'll do the other thing again. Still trying to wake up my legs. There we go. You see what I'm saying? At 51 and a half, it takes a little while for my legs to wake up, you know? You know, it's really all about waking up my swoop. Waking up my swoop. My swoop something. You know what I mean? I can already tell today's gonna be another humid day because it's just before 7 o'clock and oh, it is so moist. Here's the 4 foot bowl and we're gonna attack that coping from the top and the bottom, okay? So I think I can get some backside slash grinds on this for you. So there's a crack right here. I'm gonna try to make that my peak of the slash grind. Okay, I surprised myself a little bit there. I actually got it. I think a lot of the thing about slash grinds is not to panic when it happens. When I do hit the coping, I'm startled a little bit. I don't know if that's the same for you or not, but when I get startled, I have a tendency to be like, oh shoot, I better bail. Oh yeah. That was my single greatest slash grind here and maybe anywhere. That particular time, I felt in my mind like I was being very floaty, right? So that I wasn't putting a lot of pressure on the coping. Okay, does that make sense? I'm not pushing hard on the coping, I'm floating over the coping. I'm coping floating. I'm floating coping. Honestly, there are a few things as good as grinding. Alright, that was weird. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was pretty cool. I'm starting to feel a lot better about that already. But I am getting tired because I was sick for a week, even though I didn't tell you that earlier. And I'm still recovering, so this is my first skate after being sick. All right, I'm gonna do a couple of these from the top. okay? I would suggest you try this as well, where, you know, you're riding along the top, get into a grind, and then drop in. And again, we're just working on coping fear. The way to get over coping fear is reps, over and over and over and over. Before you know it, the fear will be gone. Sorry about not shaving. You're getting the basic idea, right? When it comes to coping, you want to attack it from the bottom with slash grinds, and you want to attack it from the top with the axle drop-ins. And you just bring those two slowly together. Now, if you're familiar with the crosslock, which I'm sure you probably are, that's what I'm thinking when I'm rolling up to this coping. Yeah, it's really about just doing it enough over and over again so you have really good control of your board and you can adjust it to the coping while you're doing it. It's all that quick thinking kind of stuff that eventually happens by itself. It just becomes natural. I think really what our goal here is to just get into that faster and faster. And I want to shorten that time to the point where eventually it's just seamless, right? Oh. I mean, I think it's okay to run out. That's part of it. I just don't feel 100% confident yet. All right, well, that's probably enough for today. I don't want to overdo it my first time back. So, yeah, as always, I appreciate you watching. And if you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.